Coming up on this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly, Ultimate Frisbee, job fairs, and a Wildcat you should know. All of this and more coming up next. Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. I'm your host, Lexi Sanders. Did you know that 6 students from our school were selected as finalists for this year's Vision 60504? Andreas has more on the story.
Spring classes here at Neuqua Valley take place in a rigorous competition, Vision 60504, which is organized by the Fox Valley Mall.
It was about a 2-month project. It was their final exam. It consists of marketing for the Fox Valley Mall, trying to improve parts of the Fox Valley Mall, whether it was stores that could be suggested for the mall, or the aesthetics of the mall.
Preparing for this competition wasn't an easy task. Students were required to put in plenty of effort.
They had to do a lot of research, primary as well as secondary research. The city of Aurora gave a lot of research that was already compiled, so that would be secondary research that they used, and they decided what businesses were going to be put into that should be added to the mall, what businesses should be subtracted from the mall. So they did all the research themselves, and then they came up with a final presentation for it.
Even though these students worked relentlessly, it all paid off in the end.
Each class had a winning team selected based on their presentation for their final exam. And the 4 marketing classes, winners all went in front of a panel of judges to present their final proposal, and a winning team was selected from Neuqua.
If you happen to see these students in the hall, make sure to congratulate them. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Andreas now.
Are you looking for a job? Megan has the details on a good way to find one.
There's an opportunity coming up on March 22nd for students looking to find a job.
The Kids Matter Student Job Fair is for students between the ages of 15 and 23. It's open to all students. It's free. And anyone in the Naperville area, surrounding counties, DuPage and Will, welcome to attend.
Other than meeting with possible employers, students have the chance to work on building resumes and interview skills.
So students can come in. There's total workforce preparation, which includes practice interviews. We call them mock interviews, so you can sit down with a community leader and practice your interview skills. We also have a resume writing station. Internship booklets will be available. But primarily what they do is they come in and they meet directly with the employers and talk about available positions and try to match up their interests and skill sets with what the employer is looking for.
This year's job fair has 2,000 available jobs with a wide variety of options, so there's a way for all students to find a job that will work best for them.
We have a pretty diverse group of companies. If you think about it, we have the Brookfield Zoo, Home Depot, all the way down to Cookie Dough Creations, downtown Naperville.
If you're interested in attending the job fair, you can go to kidsmattertous.org. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Megan Bradley.
District 204 and Neuqua are implementing a new program for students. Alex takes a look into the new one-to-one computer program.
As District 204 and Neuqua Valley move closer to a complete one-on-one computer program, many people are wondering how it will be beneficial to students and staff.
One-to-one is a program that the district is going to be moving towards in the next couple of years, where every student is provided with a laptop, and I think they pay a technological fee. And every student will have a laptop or a Chromebook, and they will be responsible for bringing their laptop to school every day fully charged, and then classrooms will, as a result, be much more technology centered.
As one-to-one devices are implemented across the district, they will be issued to students on a normal yearly checkout.
The district is going to issue these to kids much like we do with other textbooks and other materials. They'll all be barcoded. They'll be checked out to students at the beginning of the year. And for the most part, they'll be collected at the end of the year.
With the new implementation, students have already begun the process of moving towards the new devices.
I think the students are really going to like it. A lot of teachers, I know at least like in the English department, for example, are already doing this. With Google Drive and Google Docs and Google Classroom, they really open up the lines of communication, more of a two-way communication. A teacher assigns something, a student completes it. So I think that students will adapt really well. I think, the biggest thing will be to remember to do certain steps, and that's just going to be a lot of repetition from the teachers.
As one-to-one is implemented in the following years, it will benefit staff and students in a positive way. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Alex Farnes.
Neuqua has yet another Olympian on the rise. Paige and Keegan take a look into a Wildcat you should know.
Alyssa Dunn is a freshman here at Neuqua, and unlike many of her peers, she has a passion for figure skating that takes her ambitions to a whole nother level. Alyssa began skating in kindergarten at Rocket Ice and was hooked ever since. Special circumstances need to be taken in order for Alyssa to fit in school and skating.
I wake up at 4 in the morning and I go at the rink, so I'll be at the rink at like 5-ish, and then I get on the ice and I go down from like 6 to 9 is how I skate, and then I come here for school, and then I go back at 3, and then I skate until like 5 to 6, whenever the ice ends.
From staying determined, Alyssa has proven that her hard work does pay off.
I have a lot of national titles, like the one that I just won previously was my second gold, but I won in the juvenile division 2, and I'm the 2-time regional champion for freestyle too.
Being so young, Alyssa still has time to fulfill her dreams, but is headed down the right path.
I would say to like freestyle-wise, make it to the Olympics, and for like synchro-wise, go and like be on the team in Boston that's on Team USA, like their Team USA 1. So that would be like one of my future goals.
From traveling to Switzerland and Italy this year, Alyssa has to stay committed.
I guess what drives me to compete is I like to like train the whole time, and then go to the judges and like you're like out there by yourself for freestyle, and it's like get to show them what you've like been training all this time, and it's just fun to show them like I've worked this hard for this.
Good luck to Alyssa in her years to come. And for Wildcat Weekly, along with Paige Blanzy, I'm Keegan Sharko.
The Neuqua Valley Ultimate Frisbee team is prestigious on the national level. Tommy and Riley glide into this story.
The Neuqua Valley Ultimate Frisbee Club has come a long way since they first began.
Well, the Ultimate Frisbee Club is, I'm very proud of where we've come, and I think that the number one thing I hear about what makes it so special is that it's one of the most welcoming environments you've ever seen. We have tons of great athletes that have chosen this sport because it's such a fun sport. There's nothing like running down a disc and diving for it in the end zone.
The team gets to take place in many national tournaments throughout the season.
So we partake in several tournaments all year long. First of all, we have our own tournament called the Neuqua Knockout, which we run down in Joliet, and it's huge. And in fact, this year it actually filled up, and we actually had too many people. We had to turn away like 10 to 15 teams, and they literally come from all over the nation. We got teams coming from Canada, from Massachusetts, from Colorado, literally all over, and they come because we basically have one of the most renowned programs in the nation.
Some of our fellow peers traveled all over the country to try out for the U.S. national team.
Some of them went to Florida, a bunch of them went to Seattle, and that's where the 2 tryouts were. And it was against the best players at their level, and it was incredibly competitive competition to get on this world's team, and they only take 27 boys and 27 girls.
Good luck to the Ultimate Frisbee Club this year. And for Wildcat Weekly, along with Riley Ferran, I'm Tommy Canova.
Thank you for watching this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. Have a great weekend, Wildcats.
Beautiful morning, you're the sun of my morning bed.